We all crave autonomy and we all crave control over things, especially when they are uncertain. But a part of this journey is to trust, to let things unfold naturally. To not try to always predict the outcome and manage it. And it is difficult to let go like this, I would know, but necessary to live more fulfilled, peaceful, and happy life. Let me explain. As an Aquarius girly, I love to over-rationalize actually, things and feelings. And I try to micromanage those, not because I crave control, but because I can then either predict what's going to happen and brace myself for whatever's next. And that especially happens when it's something like a heartbreak or a difficult situation. When I expect something negative to happen, I will then try to micromanage it because then I can just help myself self-preserve. But I realized in my 26 years of living on this earth that this is not a healthy approach. It is actually quite toxic, and this is something that leads us to sabotage things that are actually healthy. Because that need to micromanage often stems from just expecting a bad outcome. And therefore, you want to brace yourself for whatever's next. And that way, you simply just program your brain to scan for the smallest things. So then you start picking up on the smallest shifts, and your brain will make a whole scenario out of this, even though it is just an assumption and very often an incorrect one. And of course, when that happens, you are no longer operating from a secure and happy and steady place. You are operating from lack, from desperation, and from anxiety. And we all know anxiety never helps. Life has very beautiful ways of surprising us, but we won't know it if we don't allow it to happen. And we can only allow life to surprise us that way if we let go of that control and the need to obsessively control and micromanage the outcome. And it's not to say to be passive, still be proactive in your life, but not in a way that sabotages you. Because it's about learning what is within your control and what isn't. So for example, if it is job hunting, focus on your CV, improving it, improving your experience, your skills, and showing up for interviews. If it's in a relationship, focus on how you communicate, how you love that person, how you show them love, because you have no control over another person. You can only really control what you do. If it's about finances, focus how to manage your money and earn some extra money rather than expecting big paychecks out of nowhere. The sooner you give up that control and that need to control every single thing in your life, the better. Because there's so many beautiful things that could happen to you otherwise, but you wouldn't even notice them because you're so hell-bent on predicting some sort of an outcome that you actually just made up in your head, that you turn completely blind to every other possibility out there. That micromanaging habit is exactly what causes tunnel vision. You are literally just scanning for things that don't even exist. You're looking for an issue where there's literally no issue to be found, and you reject every other opportunity that comes your way because, again, you are so hell-bent on some sort of a scenario that you just don't allow things to happen naturally. And that is a sabotage in itself already, and it's so unhealthy. Life can genuinely be so freaking beautiful and so full of surprises and blessings and abundance, but we won't know that until we let go. And it is not about completely becoming cold and detached. It's about being aware of what is within your control and what isn't, and actually using this to your advantage rather than disadvantage. Because once you do that, you allow for so many opportunities to just flow in that you otherwise wouldn't be able to see. And finally, you put your energy into things that actually matter rather than things that, again, are just scenarios that you made up in your head. And this is something that I would know, okay? Because I've done it so many times, and the amount of times that actually, if I just let go for a little bit, if I just trusted for a second, things would turn out so differently. But unfortunately, I had this toxic need to obsessively control things because I thought that I am smarter than life. So I just wanted to control everything, and that is literally such an unhealthy approach. So you should focus on you and what you can really control rather than focusing on things that drain you and that might not even happen. Because whatever the outcome is, you'll be fine either way. Like, you've been through this journey for so long and you've built so much emotional resilience, and you are just such a hardworking person, loving person, caring person. You have so many good qualities. Like, whatever comes your way, you will be fine either way. If the outcome that you are expecting doesn't happen, okay, that's fine. You will handle that. You are able to handle this. If the outcome that you wanted actually happens, that's great. But either way, you are fine. Either way, you are growing. Either way, you are becoming your best self. All of those things, they still contribute to your growth, and that is the most important part. Micromanaging your life is exactly how you're going to sabotage your progress. You're going to delay a lot of things, and you're going to sabotage a lot of connections, career paths, all of those things. And trust me, take it from me, I've done it way too many times and I didn't learn until now. So let's make 2026 our year by letting go and actually focusing and putting our energy into things that we can control and things that do matter. Allow your life to spoil you and bless you daily, because it wants to do that. You just need to let it happen. You just need to let go and you need to trust. And building that trust is not easy, I know, but it is so rewarding. And every single time you feel that urge to micromanage come up and you don't act on it, you acknowledge it, you're like, okay, yeah, I know what this is, but let me just step back, let me just walk away from this, let me just take a breather, and you don't act on it. That's how you learn to trust. Every single time you do this, you build that trust. So you have to start now. You have to catch the pattern before it sabotages you. So whenever you want to test another person, let's say you're talking to someone, you're in a talking stage and you want to test them, because that way you can micromanage their reaction and maybe how that connection will go, take a step back, breathe in and breathe out, and then ask yourself, are you doing this from a secure place or from an anxious place? Are you doing this from a place of I am fine with whatever the outcome is, or are you doing it from a place where you expect the person to act in a specific way? That's exactly how you know. It is about catching the pattern while it's happening and not acting on it. So trust the outcome, trust yourself fully in that journey, and build that trust daily. You will thank yourself for that later. Anyway, I hope this short video helped you a little bit, and if you want to learn a bit more about detachment and how I've built it, let me know in the comments, because this is something that I could 100% make a video on. But other than that, you can find me on my other social media. Everything is linked down below. And also my podcast, Main Character Frequency, I also post there more detailed guides and more detailed and personal episodes. So if you're into that, then make sure to check that out. But other than that, I will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.